We are back. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday means that we are stepping into our week of racing. Very excited today. We're in Abu Dhabi. Gotta love Abu Dhabi. You know what? Some don't. Some do. I'm a fan of it. I think it's a fun track. Racing wise, spectating wise, it's all right. Last year's spectating actually was a little bit different because I remember the first half of the race, the DRS detection system was down. So it was kind of a different race. It was a little bit throwback kind of race. But we are stepping into our day one of our 3-day adventure, as we do every week here in the Midwest F1 League, starting with Series 2. Actually, not every week, I can't say that. Of the last 2, 4, 6 weeks, actually. We've done Wednesday to Friday. Thursday being our big day, Wednesday being our fun day, and Friday being our Tier 2 day. By Wednesday being our fun day, I mean that we step into F2 cars, which is a very different feeling from our normal F1 cars from what we prototypically race in, of course, in this Formula 1 2020 game. Now, we are waiting a couple minutes for some guys to join up here, but while we do, I'll run you through the standings here. And if you don't have us on Twitter or Instagram, you can go follow us there, and the standings will be posted up through there. But if you're not following and you don't have Twitter or Instagram, then I'll run you through them quickly. In our Constructors Championship, Sauber holds on to first place as they have been dominating this year, being consistent as all heck in the number 1 spot. Prima actually jumped up into 2, Campos dropped down to 3, Bertuzzi into 4, Carlin into 6, tied with Art into 6 as well, dropping down 2 positions from last week. Dams into 7th and MP 8th as they flip-flop. Dams and MP, that is, for 7th and 8th. Trident 9th and BWT in 10th position. On to the Drivers' Championship. Lord Zed in the Sauber leads the way with 248, followed closely behind by Mahi in 206, JC Blackley at 203, Narniel in 202, and Kenny rounds out the top 5 in 189. And then from that, it just kind of works its way all the way down into 20. But the top 5 is pretty much where it's at. The Best Pawns actually has a decent shot, as does the Karisvac, and Asnick from that point on is kind of a little bit separation between the rest of the pack there. But alright, as I'm trying to get myself back on track here, we are waiting for 2 more drivers to get in here so we can start our F2 series at Abu Dhabi. A little bit of fun history behind it is the first race in Abu Dhabi in F1 was in 2010 and was won by 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel. And then he doubled up in 2010 and then got his 3rd in 2013, but since then it's pretty much been owned by Mercedes starting in 2014, as is the rest of Formula 1. But not the same here in Midwest F1 League as in Tier 1. It's actually the Renaults who actually have the lead, followed by Alfa Romeo, then AlphaTauri. Mercedes down in 4th place after leading for a majority of the year, going all the way up to race week 11. From race week 2 up to race week 11, they held a pretty stiff lead, but it has slowly fallen down, and now they've seen themselves down in 4th place. So can they come back and recatch that magic that they had, that they were, as I boot my controller, as they were able to hold on for many of those weeks? They seem to have lost it, Nicky and Brian Mosser, but still we have races left. We have 3 races left going in USA, Brazil, and Austria, so some pretty solid tracks there. We're redoing Brazil after the first time way back when, I believe our 3rd race of the year. But something to very much look forward to, and something for positions to still be gained and lost. So much more racing to be done here in the Midwest F1 League. 3 more weeks to go. Actually, it's 3.5, I guess. Tier 2 goes 1 extra week, because they did have that void week a while back with the Codemaster servers going down. But we are soon to be underway here. Being ever so patient for this to start up. Unfortunately, last minute cancellations does throw a wrench into the Midwest F1 League, as does any other league. It sucks, but it is what it is. And we got a follow 3 hours ago from Ice Cream Streamin' if you're in. I don't see you in, but much appreciated. And as well with All I Do Is Camp, so we're slowly moving up those follower lists there. I think there's one more driver we are waiting here for. Once we have him in, we can get well underway for some exhilarating racing. As if you were here last week, you would have noticed that I actually wasn't here last week, unfortunately, and it was Monkey Mafia representing Tier 3 commentators booth all by himself. But now the roles have been somewhat reversed, as Monkey finds himself filling in his seat this week, and I am finding myself in the broadcast booth alone. I don't mind my alone time, but I do enjoy my time with Monkey Mafia as well, and I wish him the best in this race today. And I may be alone for tomorrow as well, as I got news that Stat unfortunately won't be able to make the race. So might just be a week of lonesome for Crash McQueen here. But yeah. We have some subscribers in the chat. Gotta love to see that Midwest F1 League. Getting into the F2 cars, it just kind of throws in a different spice into the mix. And there's a lot of these drivers you see are, huh? What is going on here? Did I not go spectator? Am I racing? Okay. What is going on? It looks like I'm in the seat for now. As I swear I pressed spectator. As I go off early. Okay, I haven't raced for a week. I don't know what's happening here. Yeah. I'm not too sure what's going on. That invalid was kind of BS, in my opinion. look at the Twitch channel. $153,907. Weird. Seems I'm in the seat of Mahi. Not sure what to make of this situation. I don't know what to do here. I'm not sure what Monkey's plan is here. What do I do? As we figure out some technical difficulties here. Oh. Hopefully we can get another invite back here. Okay. Back in, and from that technical issue, I guess we can call it. I qualified, not very well, an invalid lap time. But I think I'm back right before the beginning of this race. Hopefully. Okay. I think we're all good here. The stress is over. We can get into our racing. we got many of replacements for this evening. But we are about to be underway here at Abu Dhabi Grand Prix as the lights go out. Lord Zed did get full. He's going to try and battle with Kenny here. Kenny does seem to get the better start. I'm all the way back. Oh, the Midwest car is in the track. Oh, Money Matt seems to be out of the system, seems to be out of the race already. Tim Lee's got a severe collision already. Lord Zed and Kenny are currently battling for first place. But we do have a full-on safety car right off the get-go. Tim Lee went off in 78. Corvette is in the back. But Money Matt seems to have a short race, as you can say. With the rest of this up here. Not much movement on the boards. The biggest loser right now is Helg, and some positions gained here or there, but no one has really taken the race by storm. As you can see, Midwest F1 League has a car in tonight. What are our predictions, chat? Clog, what's your prediction? Where do you think the Midwest F1 League is going to finish up? I'm spectating the Midwest F1 League, Clog. I don't know if you saw it, but I was initially, before this whole thing started, as the spectator, but then got thrown into the race. So, the Midwest F1 League currently has a car representing tonight. Where do you think they're gonna end up in the race? With the rest of the chat, Bennett Boss, you still in here? The best pawns? You're racing that you are in here. We got Racing Ginger. Racing Ginger, good to see you. You're in the chat. Oh yeah, cheers, Clog. Yeah. Can't go wrong with that prediction. Okay, Leviathan? Is that how you pronounce that? Leviathan Smiles Cosplay? Tell me if I'm wrong there. Oh, look at me go. What do you mean by you already had 2 today? What did Monkey already have 2 of today? I imagine we are going to agree when I work with him. Just kidding. Okay, alright. I mean, I gotta support the guy. He is somewhat of my broadcasting duo for this league. Yes, the safety car is in this lap, so it's deemed that Tim Lee and Corvette are close enough. We're about to go green. Kenny's slowing up the pack there, as he does. And he's going to find a time to try and get Lord Zed off on the wrong foot. He's waiting, and now he's going to go. Whoa, he goes a little bit too heavy there, and all that waiting is now for loss. Kaz picking up a penalty right off the hop. We got a yellow flag back in turn 21, but it seems to be all clear. Tiffany and 78 Corvette seem to be battling a little bit there for 18th place. Random Serious and Kaz flopping from position, not enough movement. Crazy amount of movement. Yeah, blocks on. Was making up a little bit of ground with Garrett's back and actually goes purple through sector 1. It's very hard to balance the amount of throttle you can use coming out of corners in these F2 cars. Yellow flag in sector 2, it seems that B-Man has gone off. Still very early, a lot of race left to be had. Jack on the best palms, flopping position there. Strictly down to slipstream here in the F2. Jack taking a peek at the inside, pops out. Lord Zed goes a little bit deep, and Best Palms actually goes deeper. Now dropping back to fourth. Jack getting back on the podium. Looking Mafia and Spaceman. Switching positions. Monkey jumping up to 14th now. Here's blocks him going all the way to the outside of the Gears back, finds himself off track a little bit, and Gears back collects that position back. Where's he going? Kenny's setting a really fast this lap here. Let's see what tires everyone's on here. Kenny's actually on the softs. Random Series actually resets the fastest lap all the way down to 12th there. Kenny's setting a qualifying on the softs. It's a little, it's very impressive now. He's able to go into, ooh, who's that? Helg. Oh no, Helg is off and into the wall. So you can jump on really quick. Yeah, you can see him there. Oh, just a virtual safety car here, so Lord Zed is going to get right on the back of Kenny. He's going to want to overtake him soon. Kenny's going to be able to outlast him. We have drivers seem to have been getting into each other there. Around Series 5 seconds. Virtual's still out. Time is the best. V-Man into the pits, going out of the softs, going to have to try and last the rest of the race on those. Kenny picking up a 5-second penalty, which is going to hurt him in the pits. He's going to serve that then. We go green. Jacko gets a great run onto Lord Zed and will take the inside line. They go wheel to wheel here, but Jacko gets the move done and sticks it. Battle's still not over through turn 19 into 20. No, sorry. My mistake. Now we go 15 into 16. There we are. Down into 17. Go underneath. If I can get a good angle. Underneath the hotel there. Lord Zed's still staying nice and tight on Jacko there. Not wanting to give up that second place so easily. The Best Pawns is not going to gap between Kenny seems to have figured out these F2 cars today. Got a second and a half gap between him and Jacko. Is back enabled, blocks him, gets the job done on the Garris back. Now, down the pit straight into turn 1. Garris back had a thought, but opts out. Blocks him now holding on to 6th place. Jason Blackley actually getting right up on Garris back's back as well. He's got to be careful. He's going to drop 2 positions fairly quickly here. Blackley's tires are going to start favoring him pretty quick here. These super softs are getting old now. He doesn't get a good run out of turn 7, the hairpin 7 there. He's going to find himself still within a second, and Mahi's actually right tight on him. Mahi looking at the inside line. He got a far better jump out of the hairpin. We'll take the inside line. JC not backing out. Noganator actually taking a peek as well. behind his teammate, JC. JC also has DRS. Has the harder tire compound, but not enough for Noganator. He actually goes deep, and Noganator has a little bit of a look now. But JC holds position and stays in 9th place. Noganator goes a little too heavy on the throttle there and loses his back end a little bit. He's able to hold it. He's going to have random series to deal with here. Battle from about 6th all the way down to 12th. This whole crew is still within a half a second and still very much open for position changes. Random series is the first to blank. Actually, no, sorry, the best pawns. Narniel, Kaz, and random series is the first to blink here and the first to change our tire compounds. I imagine we're going to see a lot of drivers come in next lap as well. We're going to see where that group ends up after this. A lot of that group actually was the ones that pitted. JC staying within a second of Mahi for DRS, where Mahi finds himself a second and a half out of the vlog zone. Mahi actually going very deep into the hairpin. Spaceman picking up a penalty. Noganator getting DRS. Doesn't look like he does. It's going to hurt him on that long stretch. JC, as you see that back wing open, looking to take a move on the outside. Mahi going to defend, but JC sends it right around the outside and loses his braking point. Him and Mahi had a little bit of contact prior to. Mahi will hold on to 5th place. But now he's got to worry about Noganator. He's got DRS as well. Maybe thinking about a lunge, but not enough room for him to join into that 6th place party. He's going to have to hold back in the 7th place. Keeps it far cleaner. JC, imagine is going to go one more. We have a car off? Yeah, we do. I believe that's the car of Tim Lee. As Noganator and JC go wheel to wheel, Noganator looks at a switch back. JC closes the door. Kenny's getting another fastest lap. Gap didn't grow above 2 seconds there between him and Jacko. Jacko in the pit, as Lord said in his vlog. So as I said before, a lot of these guys on the super softs are into the pit. Kenny has been driving in clean air since this race has started. He overtook Lord Zed fairly early and had no one ahead of him from that point on. The MidWest F1 League's actually good. See how good of a pit stop they can get. In and out pretty decent. Been slowed up by Tim Lee a little bit. Will jump back up into 14th place. Looking solid. Clogmonger's prediction is coming to fruition. Kaz now taking a look as you see all these guys on those softs are able to last longer, and Kaz wanting to go in on that for that 2nd place position, but Opso GC did give him somewhat of a line, some fair racing on both parts, but neither wanted to really risk it this early. Narniel looks like he's getting very close on the best pawns. Best pawns also having DRS, which is a big help for him in this situation. No, 7th place would have been dusted for him. Best pawns may be able to take a look at Lord Zed now. Lord Zed without DRS. Mahi thinking about a look on Garrett's back. Not enough real estate on the track for Mahi to make up that time. JC Blackburn gets on 3 seconds. I believe that's the second of the day space up earlier. You can see that beautiful hotel there. Best pawns coming underneath it with Lord Zed, taking a wide line, making those inside tires get right up on that line, trying to extend that corner as far as you possibly can. Best pawns is like he's gonna be able to take out Lord Zed pretty quick here. You'd imagine he's just gonna want to stay close. Both actually, Best Pawn's going fastest and Arniel going slightly faster right after him. Mahi's actually doing great taking Garrett's back, but not enough room for him. No DRS in that first hit straight. Garrett's going wide, Mahi having the better line. So now right tight on the back, chooses the inside line. Garrett goes to defend the outside. Garrett goes deep into that corner. Mahi actually picks up a 3-second time penalty and pick up 9th place as well. He's going to trade one for the other. You're up one position, but you take a 3-second time penalty. Yep, Best Pawns. Lord Zed just seems to be a little too far for him to be able to make up that ground, but it is going to get him a little bit closer on the second DRS section here, which is pretty much all of sector 2 is just DRS after, or long straight after long straight. Getting into his slipstream, Lord Zed goes to obviously defend the inside line. The camera doesn't give me a good angle here. Hopefully it'll change in a second here. No, it doesn't. You can still see him battling wheel to wheel, neither wanting to give up. Best Pawn's actually going perfect through sector 2. Both staying wheel to wheel, giving each other enough room. There we go, a little bit better of an angle. You're going to see the Best Pawns take 6th place away from Lord Zed. Oh, a little bit of tapping, and Arnold actually hits his teammate and loses some front wing. Ooh, after all that battle, you can see him kind of coming underneath the hotel, and the Best Pawns will collect 6th place after all is said and done. A little bit of wing damage from Arnold. The top 4 still yet to pit here. Jacko setting a fastest lap. Trying to make up as much ground as he can. Right now about 28 seconds separates him. No, that's way too much. I think around 27 seconds separates him and Kenny. So he's going to look to try and make as much of that ground up as possible. Right now the race is for 6th place. The Best Pawns, did Lord Zed get DRS? I don't think he did. His teammate did. Arniel Kimberly picking up a penalty. Yeah, no DRS for Lord Zed. Arniel with that long stretch. Not enough room for him. Let's see if we can get a look at that damage. Yeah, there you can see the front right flap is gone. So that's going to hinder him for the rest of the race. Not enough to make him pit, but to make it a little bit tougher. Ooh, who do we have off there? Is that Kaz? I think Kaz went off. Yeah. He was only a 1.5 seconds off from Jason Blackley, but must have over-pushed there and finds himself dropping about 6 seconds down. The Best Pawn's actually picking up a penalty too. Bloxham Sirius. A little bit of a race for 11th place there, and Bloxham overtook Sirius there. A couple of familiar drivers. Kaz finally got the first to start on the softs at top 4. He must have really felt like he shredded them after that little bit of a crash. They must have been on fire after that. He's going to find himself dropping down the corner. He's going to go on to the super softs. That gap between Jacko and Monkey, which is we have off there. I believe that's Random Series. He's just went out just after turn 1. Drops down into 12th position. MidWest holding it pretty solid. He's going to have to deal with Spaceman here. Ooh, Bloxham actually finds himself off and goes down the order a little bit. We'll get to overtaken back from Random Series. Bloxham now in the 12th position. Jacko actually overtook Monkey Mafia there. We'll get DRS. But unfortunately, Monkey going a little off, trying to push to keep up pace with Jacko. He's going to have to pit pretty soon here and see if he comes out ahead or behind. There you see Kenny and Jason Black in the pit. Monkey Mafia is soon to follow, I imagine. Yes, he is in the pit. Let's see where Jacko comes out. Kenny's, you can see, Jacko actually sets fastest lap. Will go out into first place. With the best pawns also overtake Kenny here. It's going to be close. You see Kenny coming out of the pit and into second place with very fresh super softs as well. You see Jacko coming through turn 7 there. He's going to have his hands full. 5 laps to go here. He's got just under a 5-second gap. Did the best pawns get DRS? He's really trying to push. No, he doesn't. And second place is surely gone off in the distance there. Sauber Junior team and Nordzen and Narniel still looking to keep the podium streak going. There's 3 seconds that separate these two from continuing the podium streak. The best pawns that can be better F2 drivers this year. Jacko will sure have his work cut out for him, as that gap has been dropped down to 4 seconds. He's trying to hold that gap between him and his teammate. Outside 1 second is going to be tough. JC on those very fresh super softs. Later on, overlapping the softs. Blocks him after spinning out actually goes fastest, so he's put in quite a good lap time here. He's on Rock's just outside of a significant random series with DRS. Narniel doesn't look like he's going to be able to get the job done with his teammate. He falls out a second in the DRS detection zone. Get in this long straight. Kenny's now brought that lead down to 2.5 seconds. Really pushing here. It's going to be tight because round 4 or 5 laps, those super softs are going to be on par, if not worse, than those softs. So it's going to make the move for Kenny very challenging. He's chipping away a lot of time here on Jacko. He's going to want to get that move done sooner or later, because the longer that battle goes, the better it is for Jacko. The super softs are going to last the longer the ball. Now down to just above 2 seconds. Jacko also known to be a very good defensive driver. JC actually does get the move done on Noganator for 8th place now. JC goes off a little wide there. Kenny setting fastest lap. And we're on to lap 13. 4 laps to go here for Kenny. JC going a little wide and actually takes a track limit penalty. Keeps Noganator within a half a second here. If you don't have a good first sector, really right off the tight back of JC Blackley, you should be able to have a chance down that first DRS section there to get back 8th place. Locks him going around the outside on Sirius. Seems like they tap a little bit. Sirius looks to switch back
grab DRS. I think he will. Jason Blackley is over a second away though. Seriously, you can see his back wing opening up here. Kenny within a second and a half. Mahi now actually within a second of Narneo as well, so he's made up some serious ground. Oh, Nominator unfortunately won't be able to get DRS here with those very fresh super softs. JC should be able to pull away from Nominator now. He can see 5th place. This is big driver championship points here. Oh, Narniel actually picks up a penalty on top of that. Not something you want to happen on the end of your 13th lap. It's going to bring Mahi right on the back of him. Actually made up quite a bit of ground there on JC. Now within a second, but JC's also within a half a second to Garrett's back. But the longer that JC and Garrett's back fight, the better for Nominator will be. Mahi actually overtook Narniel through Sector 1 there. Now into 5th place. Doesn't look like he'll get DRS on Narniel's teammate Lord Zed. Mahi really wanting to overtake Lord Zed here so to get more points at him. That is a battle of 1 and 2 there in the Drivers' Championship. They're getting a pretty good jump. JC will easily overtake for 7th. Garrett's back very far back. That gap now between Kenny and Jacko is within a second. Noganator right on the back of Garrett's back, looking to get into 8th place. Both with DRS. Noganator seems to get a better run. He's going to opt for the outside line here as Garrett's back goes to defend the inside. Right around the outside, turning into the inside, has to cut the track a little bit. Will take 8th place now. Now Kenny looking at sizing up Jacko for 1st place here, so we may see a lead change. Jacko initially having 5 seconds on Kenny, but only took him 4 laps to erase that gap. Kenny's just going to have to not overextend here. Turn 7. Just outside a half a second. I'm not sure if that's enough though. We do have a yellow flag in Sector 1. Oh my god. And I get dropped. Oh, jeez. Oh, is gonna get back in as quickly as possible here. What's the timing? What's the timing? Oh, God. Oh. We wait to get back so we can watch some racing. There we go. Okay, so Jacko was able to hold off Kenny. At least I'm back for the final lap here. Oh shoot. It is what it is. Mahi looking to overtake Lord Zed there. There's back picking up a penalty. down into 10th place now. Bloxham overtook him at some point there. Ooh, Mahi does end up overtaking Lord Zed for 4th place. Kenny on that long run. Didn't have that gap close enough into turn 8. He's going to have to get a really good time through this back hooking chicane there, but it's a little too heavy on the throttle, and unfortunately won't be able to look at DRS, but Jacko had a far better run as these super softs are starting to wear out a little bit. Lord Zed might be able to take a lunge back to 4th place. Penalties being handed out here. Ooh, Noganator overtook his teammate JC, or no, I think he overtook him for a second there. It looked like he did. Must be seeing things. Noganator going to defend the inside line on Bloxham, pushes him out wide, and Bloxham actually going for a little bit of a switchback. Oh, did he touch him? It looked like he touched him a little bit there. Random Sirius and Bloxham seemingly have been battling this whole race. Battle again, and Bloxham actually taps Random Sirius, but you can see Jacko coming over the line for 1st place and Kenny into 2nd. The Best Pawns will seemingly collect another podium. The battle for 4th was over as Mahi collects 4th. Lord Zed into 5th. Well, actually, Lord Zed does take 4th with Mahi having a penalty. Narniel into 6th. JC into 7th on the super soft, followed by his teammate Noganator. Actually, no, Noganator actually overtakes JC. Karis Fax overtakes Random Series and Bloxham. I believe that's 78 Corvette next to come over the line, followed by Kaz. Oh, Kaz gets a little heavy on the throttle there. And Monkey Mafia next to come over, 13th position for the reserve of every division here, as it seems. Spaceman just coming through the hotel. Around the final couple turns, will take 14th place. Midwest F1 League coming home in 15th. But yeah, Spaceman coming over the line, 14th position. Midwest to round out the top 15. 15th place here. You know, he's getting some points at least. Give him that. Give the bot that. And then Feeman and Tim Lee are the final to come over the line on the lead lap here. But Jacko, Kenny, and the Best Pawns are your 1, 2, 3, 4 today. And back on past results. Kenny actually, last feature race, collected a win, so that's 2 straight feature race podiums for him. Jacko, unfortunately, in the feature race was just outside of the podium there, but did collect it in the sprint race, looking to create magic again. These past 2 sprint races have seen Jacko on the top step, so can he make it a turkey of wins? We will see. You're going to see the top 8 result flip grid here. I believe that's going to be JC Blackley and Noganator starting 1-2. Oh, look at my memory. Yeah, JC Blackley and Noganator will start 1-2 here. The Carlin looking to get some good points. Sauber Junior team both find themselves in the top 10 again. Unfortunately, that podium streak is in jeopardy. Last 2 races, they've had at least 1 podium. I think the podium in at least the feature and the sprint. They've had at least one of them podium in the feature and sprint in the last 4 races. But to find a Sauber Junior team without a podium, you're going to have to go all the way back to race week 2. Yeah, race week 2 was the last time we didn't see, yeah, both feature and sprint race with at least one of the Sauber Junior team on the podium. So, I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a different groove that we're in today. We're going to go into the future race here, or the sprint race, pardon. As we wait, do we have any questions from the chat today? Anything? Anything you want to know? Anything you're curious about? About to get in to the sprint race. But while we wait, I will actually not have a chance to plug anything, as we have 5 red lights, times 2, which is 10 red lights. I'm not sure why it says 5, but they are out. JC Blackley and Noganator are on the start. Noganator doesn't seem to get a good jump. I'm on board with MidWest F1 League for whatever reason here. Noganator early down into 3rd place, overtaken by Narniel off the hop. JC seems to have gotten a pretty good jump. Early yellow in sector 1. Oh, it seems Kenny has found himself off and way down the order. Feeman also seems to be off to the side, as we have a virtual safety car early at this lap 1 of 11 to go. Or 10 more after this lap. 33% done the first lap. We have a virtual safety car, but only a virtual, so nothing too crazy. Money Matt seems to have gotten a crazy jump, already up 10 positions here. Seems to have his front wing intact as well. We go green now. We're looking to get back 2nd place from Narniel, as I was taken away from him very early. Didn't get the best of jumps. Jack overtaking the carriage back off the hop, looking to get on the podium as well. Not going to be any pit stops here through this sprint race. Just remember that, unless you obviously need one, but if you don't, then no point of taking one. Illuminator wanting to stay close onto Narniel and JC. Narniel actually seemed to have a better pace here. JC going to defend. Narniel looking for a part of the track to overtake JC, which might spell danger for him. Noganator may find room to overtake Narniel. Narniel going for a little switchback on JC, and will actually get alongside him now with the outside line. JC cuts the corner a little bit. Noganator getting right tight on the back of Narniel now. JC moves the pit wall early. Narniel going for the inside line. Noganator looking at him, switchback just nearly alongside of him. Narniel gives him room. We'll have the inside line, maybe the yellow flag. Seems that his random series is off. We're back up and running there. Kenny early into the pits, unfortunately. Noganator, oh, Kenny's actually unfortunately retired as his sprint race is over. He's going to have to be okay with the 2nd place in the feature. Oh, and Noganator gets a little too heavy on the gas. Now he's going to have Monty to deal with. Monty being great out of the back. Oh, we have an actual safety car, so that seems that it's probably saved Noganator's 3rd place here. Best positions are to be handed back. The best Ponce did overtake Jacko, but is forced to give it back. That is Tim Lee off track and is crashed out in sector 1 there, just around turn 3. selected one of those fairly early. Oh, safety cars in the chat, please. While we have a moment, I will be sure to plug our Instagram page, which is just up and running. So if you are interested, go give us a follow there. A lot of our little highlight packs and standings and all that good stuff. Just on there as well. Lord Zed in pit. It's a time to take an early one here. Going to probably come back out in 17th place. There's been a lot of work to get done. But his teammate Narniel is up into second. So the race streak, I guess the circuit streak, that the Sauber Junior team may be able to continue. You're going to have to go all the way back to race week 1, where you can find a circuit that didn't have one of the Sauber Junior team on one of the podium steps. Everyone's opting for the softs here, which is understandable, as you can see with Kenny there, all those super softs only were real dominant for about 4 laps, then they really fell off. I might have the safety car go around for one more lap to allow Spaceman and Lord Zed to catch up to the pack. Spaceman, as you can see, is just coming around that hairpin of turn 7. All the way back now in sector 2. Lord Zed should be able to catch up before the checkered flag, but with Spaceman being so far back, I think it's just going to be one more lap around the track, and then we're going to see green. As the rest of this race will get underway here. We'll have 7 full laps of racing action in these majestic F2 cars that these drivers all drive with such ease, as it is challenging for sure. Big difference between the F1 and the F2 cars. I mean, it is slower, but just because it's slower doesn't make it easier. There's that into the pit again. What happened there? Getting another fresh set of tires. Baseman is well in the pits too. Zed and Spaceman struggling to catch up to the pack, say the least. Or Zed should be fine here. We have some position changes for second place. Three laps deep into the safety car. Will it end? Hopefully. So it enters in to sector 3. All these cars are tightly bunched up here. lap of the safety car to allow Spaceman to catch up. You can see Lord Zed now has popped the pad. But yes, unfortunately, Spaceman still needs one more lap, having to pit twice in the safety car. But if you're enjoying this action of us moseying around track, following the safety car, if you enjoy this, you'll for sure be enjoying tomorrow's action as Tier 1 finds himself racing in USA, Circuit of the Americas. A lot of the home Grand Prix for a lot of these drivers. I believe a very home Grand Prix for MX Bloxham actually is him being from Texas. So you're going to see him want to represent that flag as much as he possibly can. You're going to see a lot of the American drivers on this grid want to bring home a W for the sake of America. I just had to say it like that. But it doesn't matter the track that we're on. You're always going to see good action here on the MidWest F1 League. Tomorrow being USA, and then Friday being the first time at Baku. As you can see the message at the bottom of the screen there, the safety car is in this lap. But yes, Friday being first race at Baku. Navigator seemed to have gone into Mahi there. How does that make sense? Mahi is 2 positions behind him. Somewhat odd. Navigator unfortunately getting a 5-second penalty here. I'd imagine that's going to be talked over with the stewards after the race. In-game penalties don't always carry over into final results. We may see a different result here than we will after all is said and done. Jason Blackley, as Kenny did, slowing up the pack, getting him nice and tight on the back of him, trying to find a time where he can get a good jump on Narniel and trying to open up that gap. As yes, he does go. Does the same as Kenny, and his tires weren't warm enough and actually spins out a little bit in that gap, hurting him in the end. Money Matt falls right down the order. Must have not warmed up the tires enough as well. Jason Blackley stuck that around the outside into the fence. Noganator still right tight on the back of JC. It seems that Noga unfortunately goes off. Does he still have his front wing? Still seems to be intact, but now down in 5th place, so his battle is going to be a lot steeper than it was initially. You can see all these drivers come around the hairpin of 7. They're all still fairly close on each other. The closest seems to be between actually Jacko and Narniel here. Jacko sizing up Narniel on the inside line. Ooh, Narniel taking a lunge on Blackley there. Blackley not giving up on the fence. Jacko getting a much better turn and actually switchbacks on both. Goes around the outside and he's looking at taking over the lead in this race. And says he does, and he does have a nose ahead of JC. JC's not going to give that position up, but he does. Jacko actually breaks a little bit late, but all is said and done, and Jacko does the double overtake on Narniel and Blackley all the way up from 3rd into 1st. Actually started this 4th, but with Noganator going off, jumps all the way up into 1st before the start of the 3rd sector here. JC taking a kind of a cut on that corner there, as now you notice he's in tough with Jacko being ahead of him. Jacko has some very solid race pace for sure. Noganator's still trying to find his rhythm here, back down into 5th after the restart. Jacko went fastest. bet Narniel's getting fairly sick of seeing the back end of JC there, as he has since the start of this race. With 5 full laps to go here through Sector 1. Lap 7, Narniel thinks about the inside line. JC defends once again. With that battling between Narniel and JC, it's just going to give Jacko a bigger gap. Looking to do a double win here in Abu Dhabi. Not looking for a podium. These are big points right now for Mahi. Third set being all the way down to 14th place. The battle for the championship is still very much up for grabs. Mahi knows that. He wants to squeeze every little thing he can get out of Abu Dhabi. Narniel once again taking a lunge at JC. And Narniel and JC still wheel to wheel. Mahi trying to find a position where he can enter into the party there. JC holding on to the position. Mahi backs out of the battle. JC will hold on to second place. Mahi trying to find a spot on track to overtake as well. Noganator actually is going to get a terrible camera angle. The best pawns touch wheels. The best pawns slides out wide a little bit. Noganator now right back on the tail. As you can see how close those 3 cars are together. Noganator is going to want to try and overtake one of them. JC's still trying to hold off Narniel. Narniel's just not giving up for second place. As this has all happened, Jacko in 1 lap has opened up 4 seconds, so you can see how much these cars have been racing against each other. But Noganator once again goes off. JC cutting in another corner there. Blocks him picking up a penalty. JC trying to hold on to second here, gets a decent run, but Narniel stays right tight on the back of him, actually gets a better jump. Yes, he does have DRS there. Sorry, there we go. Does have DRS and will make the move stick into second place. JC will get DRS back here. Noganator fall down all the way down to 12th. Money Matt out of this session as well. Blocks him looking at Kaz. Kaz just got DRS on the best Pons' teammate. Mahi and JC now battling. Ooh, as they touch and JC gets pushed off into 5th place. Or sorry, that was the best Pons from JC. JC now down to 5th place. JC has been in defense mode this whole race and gets a little too heavy on the throttle and forces Kaz to the inside. Kaz and JC tap a little bit. JC goes wide, holds on to 5th place. Now Kaz has blocks him to deal with. Oh, Random Series actually takes a crazy lunge on to blocks him there. Touches the back of Kaz. But blocks him able to take that position back once again. So we got Monkey Mafia off back in the beginning of Sector 3 there. Blocks him taking a lunge on Kaz here. Ooh. Kaz gets into blocks him and then pushes him off. Now blocks him down into 10th place, which is most likely going to be 11th, because there you can see where it's at. Mahi looking at getting 2nd place here. As I said before, trying to squeeze every last point out of this race. Jacko seems to have a nice cruise in the 1st place, barring any unforeseen incident. Well, he's got 2 full laps to second place. Best Pawns is 2 seconds back, so we don't have any behind to truly worry about. Roxham actually falls back into 12th. He was overtaken by Noganator as well. On to lap 10 here, so you can see Jacko way off in the distance, just coming through the turn. Just over a half a second back on Narnia. Yellow flag is random series seems to have gone off in turn 21. He drops down the order. Finds himself in the wall. He's about to be overtaken by his teammate in the MidWest F1 league. See a battle. Well, he's got a long stretch all the way into turn 8. We'll get it done here. You can see Jacko coming through that chicane. Monkey Mafia is going to be lapped. Kaz actually overtook JC, and they seem to have got into each other, and you saw Kaz drift right off track there. He collects himself back. We get back onto Motley. Not enough room for him to get it done on Narnia. Kaz actually prepares some session as his car must have served some sort of internal damage. That'll be it for Kaz tonight. Well, Lord Zed, after crashing out in the first lap, hitting very early, he's back into 8th place here as all the chaos that was has now brought himself all the way back into 8th. So now, excuse me, still more important for Mahi to try and get 2nd place here, because every point will count in that championship bout. That magic number is within a half a second. Makes Blobs going fastest lap as it seems when he gets open air. Whoa! Mahi actually sends it around the outside. Looking to get a good run here. Arnold seems to have actually gotten a slightly better run. 3/4 of a second difference between Arnold and Mahi. Mahi having DRS. You see that back open. Looking to keep it cleaner here. Brings it just within a half a second. Can get a good run out. He is just within a half a second here. DRS is open again. Not enough gap is being made for a lunch to be taken into 11. He's going to have to find it somewhere in this final sector here. Right tight on the back. Narnell's not going to give him 2nd place fairly easily. Looking for a little mistake from Narniel as Mahi hoping for, but it doesn't seem like it's going to happen here. With 2 turns left. Narniel is most likely going to hold on. Seems that Noganator is going off. In Sector 3, Narniel will take 3rd place. Jacko will take a very easy race win. The best pawns in 4th. JC Blackley, after all that chaos, holds 5th place. Lord Zed, 8th after a crash in the 1st. Noganator, with such a large gap between him and Random Series, will still be able to hold on to 10th place. Random Series into 11th. MidWest actually coming into 12th, Spaceman in 13th, and 78 Corvette in the 14th position. As we are finished our sprint race. Jacko doing the double today with a win in the feature and a win in the sprint. So mass points going to him. Still a very large gap. Him not being in the league for the first 3 races of the year. As I'm getting Dams some major points. So good stuff from the Aussie. Very good stuff indeed. As you can see, the results in the sprint race there. Jacko doing the double, getting the 1 and the 1. First podium being Kenny in the best ponds, and the second podium being followed by Narniel and Mahi Mahi. Some chaotic racing, to say the least here. Lots of penalties handed out to Bloxham today, as I think he had the most time for penalties in the entire thing. But still very exciting stuff here. As you can see here, top 10. A lot of crashes today, a lot of DNFs today. But an end to the first night here in the Midwest F1 League Wednesday edition. We'll be back tomorrow night, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern, 1:30 in Australia, 2:30 a.m. if you're in England, coming to you live from Coda and Texas as we travel to Austin for the 3rd last race of the Tier 1 League. Then followed by Friday, we'll be in Baku at Azerbaijan, one of my favorite tracks, actually probably my favorite track. I really like that track. And we will see hopefully some more driver championship points jumbling, as it's very tight between the top here, with Kenny to Cam 1 to 3 only be separated by 9 points. Mosser 7 points back of Kenny. Kenny being taking the lead the past 2 weeks here, with him and Mosser staying fairly tight. Cam entering into the party there, so still plenty of points to be handed out. The Constructor Championship is still very much up for grabs, as there's 4 teams that are still within the bout. Mercedes is somewhat falling out of that group, but still in the 500s, and only 4 teams are there, and they're one of them, so very good stuff from them, and still a chance for the Constructor Championship. Some more to come in this week of Formula 1. As I said, we are done with our Wednesday edition, and we're coming to you live tomorrow with our Thursday edition, which is our prized edition, as I can say. Not saying that we don't have any as good of racing, but Thursday's Tier 1, and Tier 1 is where it's at, and that's where everyone wants to be, of course. So be sure to tune in tomorrow, and I will hopefully see you tomorrow in the chat. Jacko, I don't think anyone's done the double, dude. I think you're the first one. I was just commentating that before, going back on all the results. I don't think anyone's done the double in Tier 1. There's been double podiums, but no double wins. Unless Meeb might have done it all the way back in the very first race. No, Meeb went 1 and 2 back in Austria, so yeah, no one's done the double win, so I believe you're the first, Jacko. But I believe you'll be seeing Jacko tomorrow, so be sure to tune into that, and hopefully we'll be seeing all of you lovely faces tomorrow, or in the chat, so be sure to stop by. Check us out on Twitter, check us out on Instagram, check us out on YouTube for all of your Midwest F1 League action and updates, and we'll be seeing you then. Bye-bye.